Well, in the last episode, I talked about what you brings to God is what He increases in our series of prosperity and how God blesses and how God gives increase and He does not give money. Yeah, when people hear about what you bring to God is what God increases, this concept has been abused. When I mean what you bring to God, or the seed that God increases seed, I do not mean bringing the seed of money or bringing money to church. No. This issue of seed time and harvest time shall not cease. That is, seed time and harvest time shall not cease. In that place, it was quoted in the book of Genesis. The God was not referring to money. It's not referring bringing money to church. Seed time is input and output, the law of cause and effect. What you bring is what you get. If you bring in skill, just like, in the normal world, you go to school, you're a medical doctor, the time it takes you to train as a medical doctor is not the same time it takes you to train as a primary school teacher. And also, the harvest of it varies based on the length of the training and the input. So now, when I say what you bring to God, I don't say going to sell your land and bring it to church, then God will bless. No. What I mean is the skill you are bringing, what you have in your hand. Now, look at the case of Moses in the wilderness when God called Moses to go and deliver the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. And Moses complained. God asked him, what is that in your hand? He said, a staff. He said, cast the staff. And he threw away the staff became a serpent. God increased the potency of that staff from a wooden staff to a wonder-working board. That is increase. So what do you have? That thing that you have in your hand today, that's your skill, that's your business, you are playing with it, you are not serious, you are believing when God will just give you a breakthrough from the moon, you will become a millionaire. No, it is that thing that you have in your hand that God wants to increase. That is what I asked you to bring to God. It could be your skill, it could be your business, it could be leveraging on your social network. Look around you, look at your social network, look at your environment. What do you have? It is that thing that God will use to give you the increase. I do not solicit, bring money, go and take a seed in your hand and bring, and God will increase it. No, God does not make use of your money. It is your child that is making use of your money. So it is the increase of ability, is the increase of your talent, is the increase of your passion. What you bring to God, what do you have in your hand? What is that rod? What is that David stone? What is that woman of Zarephath?